Hello everyone. Today I'm going to specifically talk about the compensation process. Yes. So let's say you have prepared really well. Now you have gone through all these interviews and now you are on the final stages of your interview where you have to get onto the call with your HR manager and now the person is giving you an offer and most probably the person is going to create a social pressure on you to accept the offer right away. Yes, but it's not going to be in your favor if you do this on the right on the spot. Now what happens in this social situation, generally the interviewer like me or you who hasn't or never negotiated their compensation, they'll think about what should I do? Should I should I tell them no and ask them to wait for 24 hours? And you will feel that they might be offended by doing this. Yes. Now let's specially talk about this. What should you do it? Now, before I tell you that they will never be offended and they are actually appreciate you if you give it a thought, I want you to do one thing for me. Yes, you see the like button there? It's a beautiful gray, yes? I want you to destroy the like button and convert into the beautiful blue. I want you to destroy the like button so we can, any one of you are interested on these compensation related questions and my video will be recommended to those users, yes? So help me out, and if you are in good mood, then I also want you to subscribe. So let's get back into the video. Now, let me tell you, would they be offended or not? Think about this, an interviewer or potential employee, which is you, who has cracked all the rounds of interviews. Now, do you know what are you? You are value. Did you get it? No. Let me tell you one more time. Let's say they are going to give you $150,000. Yes. So an employee is tied to a dollar. Yes. Why? Think about this. You are going to work for this company for 1 or 2 years. Yes, they're going to give you money, and in turn you're going to really work hard and you are going to create a value for these companies. And if you don't believe me, go and google out this. And do you know how the FANG big companies, do you know how this company value themselves? They value it by measuring how many employees are there and how many value they're creating. So if you compare in Google, per employee might be creating 5 6 million or 50 million value. Just employee creates a value in 1 year. So now you are an employee, your value is tied to a dollars. Yes. Now let's say there are two companies and you are $150,000. So if you tell me that you have to wait for 5 minutes and I have to evaluate my possibilities and I'll go talk to someone else and then I'll make a decision whether I should give you $150,000 or not. Yes. So I would definitely not be offended because an employee whom I am going to pay $150,000, he might be able to create a $50 million value for me over the 1 year of period. It's highly valuable, yes? So think about it. You are telling a company that I'm going to give you a $50 million, but you have to wait for me for 2 weeks to me evaluate these offers and find out whether I have good opportunities anywhere else. Yes? So money is really good, and any company who are trying to hire you and they find out whether you are a good employee or not, they are going to wait. They are never going to be offended by you telling them that you have to give me a time for 24 hours to think about whether this offer is right for me or not. Yes. So I think this is one of those areas where the beginners, who has never uh, done the compensation discussions with the potential HR, they are always going to have their own biases about these discussions and these norms. Yes, and they will be thinking about so many things rather than simplifying it really. And this is what you should do if you have gone through all these interviews. Yes, and HR is asking you to give you an answer on the spot on the phone. Politely let the HR know that uh, you have you need a more time to evaluate all the offer details. Yes, and check out my other videos. And I told you guys, offer is just not a single number. You have to break down an offer into multiple segments: base package, equity, your PTOs, and the bonuses. You have to check out all this information before you accept the offer. So the today's rule is never say yes or no on the spot. Also, if you do this, you will realize after doing a 24 hours of research that you can still get 20% more by negotiating more. Yes. So when I go and try to negotiate my salary with potential HR or potential company, when I get into the very first call with HR manager, I never tell them yes or no on the day one. Yes, I'm gonna take some time. It might be 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. I'm going to evaluate all the possibilities. If I have more interviews lined up, I'm going to tell them that I am still evaluating other opportunities at different companies, and I wanna find out what are my options out there. So none of these companies are going to be offended by all these answers, because they know that the good employees are the one who critically think in good situations. And this is one of the critical situations for your, where you are going to make a life choices of your own careers. And if you don't look at all the options, then it might tell you that you are not a critical thinker where who thinks or looks at all the opportunities or all the options when you are trying to develop a product, or maybe it's your personal or social situations. Because in any company, these kind of leadership questions or leadership choices are constantly faced during day-to-day activities. Yes. So this is my uh, tips to you. Never say yes or no on the very first day when you get into the call with the HR. Yes. So I think this was today's video, guys, and I want you to like, subscribe, and hit me a comment whether this video helped you out or not. And check out my other videos where I have told you how do you actually evaluate your compensations, and there are many other good information out there on my channel. So I would highly encourage you to check out those information before you go and talk to the HR managers. Yes. With this thing in my mind, I want to wrap up today's video here, and I'll say goodbye. See you tomorrow with brand new day and brand new video. Bye.